Doug picks a lot. Well, good morning, Thunderbirds fans. Dawn Harmio, Nate Christensen coming to you live here from Ford Ice Center in Bellevue, Tennessee for the last game of the matchup to showcase here on the weekend. Boys are looking to finish strong and come out on a high note. The early morning games, they've been looking pretty sharp all weekend. Huh, Nate?
No, they've been looking pretty solid. Obviously, unfortunate circumstances with yesterday afternoon's game. We were out of a goalie. Obviously, Ethan still recovering from that gross cross-check to the head, showing some symptoms of concussion there, but hopefully he bounces back quickly and we get him back this week, get practicing. And then Hunter came down with a little bit of a bug between games and couldn't hold water, food, anything down. We got him back. He's on the mend. So 31 will be between the pipes. And as you said, Tbirds playing strong this weekend.
Awesome. Well, we're looking to have Hunter back healthy. We will have Coach Breezy, Eric Luzan, and Coach Adam Shaner filling in for Coach Ryan. Ryan is a casualty of one too many penalties in yesterday's game against the Trappers.
That is news to me. I just heard that, but that will be obviously a big loss on the bench. But Coach Blues and them will be great filling in there. So
your starting lineups will be coming to you here in a moment. The Stripes just waved their maid of the ice, and a warm-up clock has not yet begun to wind down. Little extra warm-up time for the boys in this early morning session. Ohio comes in with no losses. They ended up, I think, with an overtime win, if I'm not mistaken, against Nashville.
Really? So it should be a great matchup, Don. Obviously, they played, I believe, Nashville twice, and they played the Trappers once, came out with 3 wins. Your Thunderbirds 3-0 as well. Been solid defensively, goaltending, and the special teams have been phenomenal all weekend with that penalty kill and the power play. So love to see that continue, Don.
Well, this game, a couple of these games have been games filled with some emotion on the end of a long weekend. Third game, early game. I'd like to see the boys come out and play with some composure.
Yeah, we got to keep our heads about ourselves. Obviously, yesterday morning game got a little out of hand. A little chippy between the Trappers coming out, playing a heavy game from the onset. A couple of hockey plays you don't like to see. I wouldn't even call them hockey plays. But, boys took care of business, responded on the scoreboard, and, handled their business. And let me see them come out, play a good, clean hockey game, Don.
And I think you said it right. Hockey plays are way different than gross negligence. Well, I'm not sure. We will have 4 stripes on the ice. I'm trying to look across the ice to see if any of them look familiar, because certainly they missed a lot yesterday.
Yeah. 25 total penalties, I think, yesterday called in that game, and they probably could have called 50.
And we saw that later on when the 18s played Dallas. It was a game ridden with tons of penalties, largely because the refs didn't do a good job of controlling the game. And one of the lost arts, I think, of being a good official is having good communication with your players on the ice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got to set the tone early, obviously, control the game, establish with both teams, how they're going to call that game so that we can keep it clean and about hockey. So, but should be a great matchup today. Just watching warm-ups, boys look like they're fresh coming out there with the night off, and Ohio looks tough too. A couple big bodies out there, and obviously we want to use our speed and that forecheck to kind of just make everything happen for us.
Well, just wanted to do a quick tribute to my wife Sarah, my mother-in-law Sally, and my brother-in-law Chris. Became them in our thoughts this morning. Little tribute because Tennessee is known as the place that music happens, and there's an artist, one of the famous of all time, that they are still debating on whether he's alive or not. And all I gotta say is, well, don't stop thinking of me, don't make me feel this way. Come on over and love me, I want you to stay. Don't you Viva Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas, Viva, Viva Las Vegas. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now, go Cat, go, go. All I gotta say is don't step on those blue suede shoes, and Elvis has left the building.
Thoughts, obviously, with you and your family, Don, and peanut butter and bacon sandwiches. Was that Elvis's thing?
Peanut butter and banana.
Peanut butter and banana?
Okay. So that's going to do it for your warm-ups. Hunter holding down the blue line, gathering his thoughts before he goes to play big man on campus between the creases. Boys getting their final breakdown in.
Been a great trip so far. Let's end this one on a high note. Obviously, great opportunity for families to continue to build relationships. Good nightly activities we've partaked in this trip. So excited to finish this one on a strong note, play a good clean hockey game, and then get back to Denver. So
good kids, good families, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Let's go set the pace, pedal to the metal, dictate play, and don't look back. Officials doing their final net checks here. Looks like coming on the backside, we're going to have Jackson and Connor Hilly. Up front, we're going to have Miller, Trevor, and Dylan. 17 minutes up on the clock. There goes the stick banging. Some coaches like it, some don't. Officials are ready. Boys are ready. Puck's down. It's in skates. Jackson comes through, hits it up and high. That's going to be a neutral zone face-off.
Here we go.
Not sure what happened, but the ref got on somebody's case right out the gates.
Mr. Pinney, stirring things up as he always is, came in with a little bit of a stick to the chest on number 7, it looked like. So obviously Coach established he's not dealing with that today.
Play hard, play the right way. He pucks one back. Jackson over to Connor. Connor off the boards looking for the stretch. Not enough angle. These boards are lively, and that's going to be an icing, setting up a defensive zone faceoff. Same 5 guys are going to step in. We've seen some weird bounces off these live boards, that's for sure. Miller in for the draw. Unfair face-offs. There's always delays on these puck drops. Like, get in there and drop it. Pucks one back. Connor Healy has it. Connor reverses the backside of the net. Puck set up and out and down. Good forecheck. Ohio off the boards. They have zone exit with speed. They turn and fire it in. Quick break pad save. Miller from back behind the net. He's got some speed of his own. Bumps it up. Looking for Trev. Trev bumped it through to Dylan. In offside. Delay game. We're looking for changes. Blake and Jack on the backside. Ohio coming out the net. They have the over again, looking to come to the outside with speed. Trying to gain the line. Jack's Johnny on the spot. Sends it right back up and out. Garrett Killen on the ice with Linden. Hook up the half boards. They send it in. Deep. Blake's trying to get there. Gets around one. Bumps it up to Garrett. Garrett gets it to Kel. Kel to Linden. Linden has zone entry. Linden backhand pass. Blake just got slightly ahead of that. It was a good thought. Connor on. Connor bumps it forward. Blake with the big hit. Puck sent over to Kel. Kel tries to tip it forward. Linden's on his horse. Blake off. Dassel now on the backside. Linden causing havoc up front. Kellen flying in. Good stick by Kel. Puck's able to hold. Dassel holds it, slides it back through, turns it over though. Ohio chips it up and out. We have a 2-on-0 because we're ahead of the play. Turn shot fired. Good leg pad saved by Hunter. Way out of the zone. And we got to watch those right out of the gate. We got to stay behind the play or below the puck, as they would say. Not get ahead of it. Landon has it. Landon over to Dassel. Dassel has the line, turns, fires it in. Ohio goalie steps out trying to keep pace moving. Landon in on the forecheck with Butler out front. Irv with the 1T. Saved by the goalie. Comes up to Connor. Connor turns, fires it back behind the net. Dassel steps short. Puck is able to get chipped up and out.
Good pace so far here, Don. Couple chances on both sides with Big Herb. Getting a good opportunity there, and then 31 making a good save between the pipes on that 2-and-1. Great individual effort by Linden to get a stick in there.
Changes on the backside. Mark now on the backside with Jackson. Jackson reverses to Mark. Mark bumps it up to Landon. Landon pokes it forward. We got a 2-on-2. Ohio picks it up, trying to go back behind the net off the boards. They're able to chip it up and out. We got to really watch those blue lines. Good job by Mark, looking to get back, selling out. Ohio picks it up out of the corner, but we body him off. Irvin has it, just chips it up and out. This is pretty intense here out of the gates. Ohio regrouping in their defensive zone. Good stick by Landon. Landon's around one. He just got stick checked. Irvin in to help support. Irvin cycles it down to Landon. Landon chips it back up the board. Oh, Liam out front with the 1T. Shots goes back behind the net to try to come up. Jackson steps to short, puts it down in the corner. Ohio tried to clear it. Landon has it to Irv. Irv got stick checked. Jackson shot blocked. Out of the zone. Mark back on retrieval. Mark sends it up to Liam. Liam chips it in, so we're looking for more changes. Keaton now on with Sam. Ohio up the outside, off the board. Wow. They call a stick lift, no icing. Different game here. Ohio sends it to the corner. Connor Hilly sends it back behind his net. Puck sent up the half-court, shot fired wide by Ohio.
Great pace here, Don. Obviously, these two teams settling into this game. We're in for a good one here based on what we've seen so far.
This point is going to be whoever capitalizes on the most opportunities or mistakes. Here we go. Puck sent cross ice. Liam tried to chip it out, but Ohio went with a good end zone pressure. Sends the puck all the way through, not on net. Ohio sends it deep. Liam's trying to race there to get it. Good angle, but Ohio holds his own. Blake off the skate. He's able to slide it up and out. Keaton on his horse. Get by him, Keaton. Keaton's in the zone. Blake comes in to support. Blake's around one. He's got Miller going to the net. Sends it out front. Nobody home. Ohio's there. Chips it up and out. Dashel racing on back. Dashel bodies his guy off. Comes through with speed. He's got it. Has Miller with speed up the outside. Miller tried to slide it through for Trev. Just misses off the skate here. Dashel back on retrieval. Chips it up to Dillon and out of the zone. Ohio right here in the neutral zone. Real quick back and forth game here. Ohio off the skate in the zone. Blake has it. Blake whistles it around the outside. Dillon's there. Little reverse hit, but didn't clear the puck. Dashel has it. Dashel over to Trev. Trev to Mills. Mills had Dillon going in. Dillon lost it in the skate. Stays after it. Ward battles. Puck comes up. Connor's able to keep it in the zone. Again, steps. Connor around one, looking for time and space. Connor tried to backhand it. Got stick checked out of the zone. Connor with the backhand. This pass. Dashel's going to go pick it up. Deep in the zone. Ohio's looking. Dashel was trying to get it to Dillon hard. They played that at center ice, you dum-dum. The other guy waved it off. At least someone was playing with calling the game with their eyes open. Dillon gets bodied off. Puck comes up to Connor. Connor turns shot fired. Puck save up and out of play. That'll be an offensive zone face-off, and I'll take a breath.
There you go. Saw him out there earlier. Mark back yesterday. I know he was out most of the back half of the morning game. Looked like he took a cross-check to the arm. Saw him back out there get a nice little shift. He's been solid all weekend, obviously moving the puck up and down, playing strong defensively, so it's great to see him back on the ice.
For those of you that don't know, we could be missing two other players, but they did change the penalties with Linden and Jackson avoided missing a game, which, if there's a compliment we could have given those refs yesterday, at least they realize that kids traveled a long way to play the game.
Yeah, they obviously got tied up in that little scuffle about halfway through that game there, and emotions were running high at that point, and obviously the refs made the right decision there, and glad to see they could play.
Kellen Linden Garrett, puck comes out. That's a one tease. Goalie made a late pass save. Ohio comes out with it, has behind the net. Pressure, trying to stretch pass. Connor shuts that down at center ice. Zone is cleared. Connor gets bodied off. Dashel in pursuit, trying to hold down the angle. Sauce to the front. Good job by Connor to recover. Good stick lift. Good defense. Lennon out with it. Hits Garrett going into the zone on the outside. Garrett turns out of it looking for space. Comes through. We're just having a little bit of trouble finding our exact rhythm. Jack now on the backside. Retrieving. Jack bumps it up, looking for Kellen up the half boards. Tried to poke it forward, but can't get it out. Blue line turnover. Ohio fires it on net. They basically had a 2-on-0 going back to the net. And that's tough on a goalie. That puts the bad guys up in front.
Yeah, tough one there, Don. Obviously, turnover on that side. Columbus is blue check. Got the best of there. You've seen that stretch pass they've done there, and then they're crashing hard on that forecheck. Turned it over at the blue line, and it was a one-on-one and just snuck it under his right pad.
Keys to this game, you can already tell, is a big thing that we learned back in the day. Blue line turnovers matter. Whoever wins the blue lines typically wins the games. You got to be intentional with that blue line play. Ohio sends it in. Jack chips it up. Ohio holds the boards momentarily. Landon has it. Landon gets on his horse. He's got Parker going with him. Landon hard drive. Landon had the look in his eye. He was not going to be denied, and he had Parker going to the net front to pick up the trash, but Landon with the silky backhand.
Mr. Dowd staying hot. Obviously had two absolute buttes yesterday, and that was a thing of beauty. Coming in on the backhand and lifting that up where the mama hides the muffins up top. Don, that was a beautiful
Muffins,
goal.
cookies. Let's see what else we can find up in that top shelf.
They got it all.
Landon, Parker, and Jack and Jackson on the backside. Pucks down. Jackson has it. Shifts it forward. Parker and Buell quad pressure. Irvin in support. Trying to come up the half boards. Landon holds it. Sends it back down into the corner. Gets all the way through the back of the net. Ohio trying to reverse the side of the net. Jackson stepping it short. Does. He's got some space. Chips it back behind the net. Trying to poke it up high. Jack steps to hold. Irvin's battling there with Jack in support. Irvin turns out of it. Irvin's been playing really strong here this weekend. Lots of physical activity, good angles. Ohio out of the zone. Jackson again holds, forcing Ohio to regroup in their defensive zone. They come up the middle, chip it in. That should be an icing. They got that one. That'll be an offensive zone face-off and allow some more fresh legs to get on the ice.
Yeah, Don, this line as a whole with Parker, Big Irv, and Landon having a phenomenal weekend. I think if we looked across the stats, we need a stats guy. Not to get Burns on the stats guy who can feed us stats, but I think they've been a part of probably 50% plus of our goals. So phenomenal weekend for those guys.
Liam, Kel, Keaton, Mark, and Connor Hilly on the backside. Pucks into the half board, so Ohio comes out with it, try to reverse back to the net. They have a kid roll an edge, and pressure's on. It's in skates. Sam and Keaton in the board battle. Puck gets puck rolling is shipped up and out of play, so that'll be an offensive zone face-off.
Talked about him earlier, but big Mark out there with Connor on the defensive side, so it should be a good shift for them here.
Puck sent forward. Ohio has it from back behind the net, trying to come out with speed. That should be another icing, and it will be. We'll do it all over again right here in the offensive zone.
Coach Stevie perched up in the corner behind the glass watching the game up there. Obviously, I'm sure it's frustrating for him not being down on the bench with the boys.
Those are always tough. Miller, Dylan, Trevor up front. Miller gets it back to Connor Hilly. Connor Hilly walks. Connor puts it on net as we had traffic in front. Puck comes out. Ohio picks it up the half boards. It squeaks out of the zone, and Mark picks it up. Mark off the half boards had Miller. They're going to call icing. He was looking right at it. They just waved one earlier that was within reach, and they call that one. So are we going to get homered by these guys again? We'll see. The guy that just made the call yawned, so I'm not sure he's awake yet.
I had a pretty good angle. Looks like he missed that on the stick. Could have had a chance to get a little chip on it, but didn't get any wood on it. So
Connor and Dashel on the backside. Pucks one up. Sticks in lanes. Miller has it. We have a 3-on-2 if we hurry. Miller to the outside.
Oh, what?
Anticipatory call. Same guy here. He needs to shake off the cobwebs because I think he's making it about him right now.
I thought we were onside there, Don.
It looked to me like we were, and I don't have replay, but we're going to do a neutral zone face-off. Miller will step back in to take it. One back to Dashel. Dashel turns, wires it in. Dylan and Miller in to go apply pressure. Pressure arrives. They try to bump it up. Trevor's there trying to hold the boards. Does. Trevor is doing the work. Miller comes out with it. Has Connor. Connor watched her shot fired. Glove save. That'll be another offensive zone face-off.
Great work by Trevor along the boards there, holding that puck in, getting it to the point. Love to see the D guys get engaged on the offensive side of things. See if we can put one of those in from the blue line.
We've had success with pucks getting sent in on net by the D and getting traffic in front of the net. Let's keep it rolling. Miller back in for the face-off. Puck's down. Trevor comes out with it, gets bumped up to Connor. Connor Dashel 1T just wide of the net. Trev comes through, cycles it back down to Dylan. Dylan up to Dashel, can't quite hold the line. It was a bouncing puck. Dashel over to Connor. Connor up to Trev. Trev bumps it in. Backside. Wow. These guys, I'm telling you, that's another icing. And there's, I think, reffing with one eye wide shut. And I'm not sure they have their one other eye open. Wholesale changes. Blake and Jack come on the backside. We've got Garrett, Linden, and Kellen on up front.
He was down on Broadway last night, apparently. Felt like me yesterday.
Kellen in for the draw. Puck sent back. Good job by Blake standing his guy up. Kellen comes through, picks up the puck with speed. They're going to call that. Yep, of course they are. That's 3 in a row.
Hard to get a good pace here, Don, with every little puck going down the ice getting called for icing. So Tbirds just a little half second behind, even less just on some of those passes they're setting up. So they'll get it.
Here we go. Let's step back in. Kellen wins the puck back. Jack and Kellen back there. Ohio trying to work out a corner. Jack angles his guy off. Kellen and Blake come in to support. Blake has it. Blake's got the back of the net. Blake had Garrett. Tried to chip it out. Can't. Ohio turns it over right to Jack. Jack. Oh. It's not offside. Kellen was looking for his own entry. Tried to avoid Linden. Does. Linden has it over to Blake. Blake's turn shot fired. Glove save and frozen. So that'll be an offensive zone face-off.
Nice little glove there by the Blue Jackets goalie. Obviously, Blake with a big shot there, but he gloved that one out of the air. Going to have to get some traffic in front, looks like, to get those in the back of the net.
Landon, Irvin, Parker come on with Blake and Jack. Puck's finally down. Parker comes through, tried to get it. Ohio has it, trying to slide it up, but good job to hold the zone initially. Puck squeaks out. Blake holds his own, battling 2 guys here on the blue line, and is able to backhand it in deep. Ohio tries to whistle up and out and down. They do. Ref helped that one, slowed it down. No icing. Blake from back behind the net sends it up the half boards. Irvin's there, tried to bump it to Parker with speed. Parker in skates. Lost it for a moment. Puck gets chipped up and out of play. That should be a neutral zone face-off. Looks like they're going to put it at center ice.
Tough to find a good flow in this game so far. A lot of whistles.
Jackson and Connor Hilly come on the backside. Pucks one back. Snuck by Connor Hilly, turn shot fire, pad save by Hunter, and frozen. A little extra whack. Got Hunter on the way by, and Connor Hilly takes him into the boards and said, "Don't do that again, or we're coming for you."
Columbus didn't get everything on that shot. Looked like he kind of whiffed on it a little bit, but then came in for a little extra chip as Hunter had the cover.
Lannon will step in for the draw. Pucks one to the half boards. Ohio picks it up. Connor tried to check. Lost it off the stick out in front. Blocked by Jackson. Picked up by Connor Hilly. Trying to bump it up to Irvin. Does. Slid it through for Parker. Parker has his own entry. He's got Irvin going hard. Irvin got a stick on it. He got kind of impeded onto the way to the net with no call, and Ohio clears it out. Jackson on the retrieval. Jackson hard off the half boards. Ohio turns and fires it in. They're offside delay. Puck comes out. Jackson has it. Jackson got stick checked back into the zone. Connor picks it up, has Irvin to the outside, got stick checked. Ohio off the half board, trying to chip it in and around. Landon that cover. Landon slides it through to Jackson. Jackson has zone entry. Turns it over here on the hash. They chip it out. Dashiell's now on the backside. Dashiell chips it to Sam. Sam chips it in so we can finish changes. There's another whistle. All you can eat icings today. Who knew on a Sunday here at Ford Ice Center in Bellevue, Tennessee.
All you can eat icings. Any flavor you like, Don.
Keaton, Sammy, Liam, Connor, and Dashel on the backside. Sammy steps in.
Oh my goodness.
Same guy. This guy is all about the showbiz today. Rolling up the sleeves like he's going to work. He's getting paid for this, just so you know. Sammy steps in.
Paid per whistle.
Puck sitting in feet. Puck goes back behind the net. Dashel munches his guy and one of ours. Dashel and Sammy back behind the net. Puck's out front. Dashel pokes it out to the half boards. Connor goes there to defend. Ohio tried to send it to net front. Dashel pokes it high. Shot, saved, and frozen by Hunter as we had a little discombobulation there.
Got caught chasing, a little lost in our zone there, and Columbus obviously unable to take advantage, but a couple opportunities. That puck coming loose up front, them trying to throw it in front, so I'm glad they weren't able to cash in on one of those.
Wholesale changes. It looks like we have Trevor, Miller, Dylan.
Oh my goodness.
Same guy. Same guy. Pucks one back. Blake comes through. Blake turns and fires. It was looking for Trev on a stretch pass. Ohio ships it back in. Blake has it. Blake lost it and skates, but Trevor's there to pick it up. Slides it to Mark. Mark over to Blake. Blake's able to chip it out. He's looking for outside entry. Can't get it. We turn over the puck. Again, these blue lines matter. Ohio has it. Looking for outside zone entry. Turns and dumps it in. Puck gets sent through to the opposite side of the ice. Miller bumps it up to Trev. Trev tried to bump it out. Can't. Ohio holds his own. We've got to be certain with our zone exits and entries. Puck over to Blake out of the corner. Blake has Mark streaking up the outside. That could be dangerous if we get someone going to the net. Mark got stick check. Turn the puck over. Ohio clears it. We're going to stay right here and see if they call an icing. And they do, believe it or not.
So I think our 15th icing of the game.
To our favor.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, it still is disruptive to the flow of the game.
Love to see the T-Birds get that forecheck going that's made them successful all weekend. Obviously getting clogged up in the neutral zone here versus the Blue Jackets.
Connor, Hilly, Jack on the back. Kellen, Linden, and Garrett. Pucks one back. Ohio reverses the backside of the net. He steps short. Ohio up and out and cross. No icing. Jack's going to go get that. Jack fires it up to Garrett. Garrett chips it forward, and Ohio regrouping right back in their defensive zone. Send it off the boards. Connor's there, tried to bump it to Cal. Linden battling on the board. Those cross-ice passes, again, live boards. Jack has it. Got stick check, sends it back behind the net. Connor sends it up the boards. Linden works to get there. Pokes it through. Kellen has it. Kellen leaves it for Linden. Linden's getting slashed. Turnover. Puck's hit middle to Garrett. Garrett has the line, turns and fires it in. This dum-dum, same dum-dum, is looking at his partner. He waved off the icing, wanted to call icing, and he had the line.
Of course he wanted to call
and
icing.
And then he's talking back to his partner, asking him why he didn't give him the whistle. Nonetheless, there is an icing whistle in our favor again, but another icing whistle.
We might have to get a clean between periods here, Don, with all these icings.
Well, I think the other guy's going to have to get a new whistle. He's going to talk smack to his buddy. He's telling him, hey, don't talk smack to me. We work together. I saw what I saw. But he may need a new whistle. He's working so hard there. It is off the face off. Landon wins it. Irvin does his job, goes to the net, gets rewarded for that, gets a stick on it, and finds the back of the net.
Ooh, that was quick. Face-off win right to the front. Herb does his job, goes for that far post. They put it right on his tape, and it's in the back of the net. That was absolutely beautiful.
So we had wholesale changes there. Didn't get a call it with Landon, Irvin, Parker. Dashel and Connor, and off the face-off, Landon right to Irv to the back of the net. Puck's down. Parker has it. Landon over to Parker. Parker trying to slide it to Irvin up the middle. Ohio intercepts it. Bumps it forward. Trying to get zone entry. Good job by Connor angling his guy off. Landon comes through to pick it up with speed. Has the back of the net. Landon up to Parker up the half court. Parker up the middle to Irv. Irv couldn't quite handle it, and Ohio working out of their zone. Sends it up to half court. Dashel has it. Dashel to Landon. Landon chipped it through, looking for Irvin. Ohio picks it up. Ohio turns and fires it in on net. Connor with the save. Dashel has it. Dashel has Irvin on the stretch. He's got help. Slides it back down to Landon. Landon's with a nice reverse hit. Turns him out of it. 3-on-1 battle. Parker down there. Parker back to Landon. Landon up high with bouncing puck. That one's tough. Good job by Hunter. I'm not sure. I mean, we tried to get back, but that puck was bouncing, and we had forward momentum going. Really excellent save by Hunter there to shut that down.
31 stood tall on the breakaway there and then came out aggressively and covered that puck as it was loose.
Wholesale changes. Jackson and Blake on the backside. Up front we have Liam, Sam, and Keaton. Lyndon. No, sorry. Keaton has it. We hurry. Keaton has zone entry. Ohio picks it up. Sam tried to cycle it back down. Jackson tried to hold the boards. Ohio's able to get it up and out, and Blake back on retrieval. Blake's looking for speed, chips it forward. Puck comes to the middle of the ice. Blake has some speed, so he got bumped. Leaves it for Sam. Sam turns shot fired, frozen. But really good cross and drop there by Sam and Blake.
Yeah, that was a great piece of passing there, and Sam with a great little wrister. Loved again there by the Blue Jackets goalie. 31 seconds here to go in the third, Don.
Sammy steps in to take the face-off here. Puck sent to the corner. Keep applying pressure. Ohio tries to reverse the backside of the net. Now they're going to try and reverse it again. They do. Now they'll look for the cross pass. They come back to middle. Nothing there. That is going to be an eye. Oh, so they give them a benefit, but not us. They wave off icing. And that is how it goes sometimes. Jackson from back behind the net sends it up the side of the ice, has Keaton. Keaton trying to slide through to Sammy with speed, and that's going to do it for your first period.
Stats after the first period: T-Birds shots 9, 2 goals. Blue Jackets 6, 1 goal. So pretty tight game as we expected this morning. Love to see the T-Birds get that forecheck going because I feel like Ohio's reversed our game on ourselves. We're a little bit on the heels on the defensive side of things, unable to get that puck cleanly out of the zone. They're really crashing in on those wingers holding the blue line. So love to see us flip that to the other side of the ice.
And I think the refs are outdoing everybody. There's been about 25 whistles here in that first period.
At least.
So Shaner's getting into them. I think we just need to settle back in again to playing our game.
Mm-hmm.
We're letting Ohio dictate a little bit.
Got us some hot chicken yesterday, Don. It was good. It's hot. Oh yeah.
How hot was it?
Well, it was hot. I was 3 levels below the hottest.
Okay.
It went hot, extra hot, extra hot, extra hot.
Okay.
I stayed with just the hot, which gave a little good sweat above the brow. I can't imagine going to the triple level there. I tried to get Mr. Burns to go there, but he said no.
So it sounds like they are serious about their Nashville hot chicken here in Nashville.
Mm-hmm. I figured I'd take care of it yesterday before I go eat it today and have to get on a plane.
I think that was a smart play.
For everybody else on the flight and their safety.
Yeah, the refs are telling their other partner ref that's been blowing the whistles all day to smile. Grumpy Pants over there, so they recognize it too.
Gonna need a little chapstick.
There he is. He's over here pouting on the blue line, hunched over.
Right.
Here we go, puck's down. Jack sends it forward. Jack and Connor Hilly on the back. Dylan, Trevor, Miller on up front. Trevor loses an edge, but puck comes out for Dylan. Connor Hilly has it, turn shot, fire deflected down on net. Goalie makes a save. Dylan gets taken out from behind, is able to get up, slides the puck back up to Connor Hilly. Connor Hilly has all-time space, puck fired, saved and frozen. With Dylan going to the net front, got about 3 checks after the play, and let's check Dylan's temperature right now. He didn't respond.
Yep. Nice and cool there by 2-5, but went in there for an extra couple taps, letting the goalie know that he's there on the next one if he gives up a rebound.
Yeah, that's
Dylan's
how
doing what Dylan does.
Well, that's how you draw them sometimes. So let's go draw one here. Miller back in for the draw. Puck's one back. Dylan bumps it to Connor Hilly. Connor Hilly just turns and fires it down low. Jack's going to step to try and short. Does to hold the zone. Jack down here in the corner. Dylan comes in to support. Puck gets sent back behind the net. Ohio's going to look for that cross pass. They chip it up and through. And are they going to wave on? Oh, they're going to let that one go. But guess who? Guess who called it?
That's icing number 1 this period. We're going to keep track.
Let's see. Kellen, Linden, Garrett on the ice. Connor, Hilly, and Jack remain on the backside. Puck and skates. Garrett turn, fire. Goalie made a save. Had no idea where it came out. Jack has it, turns, dumps it right back in. Garrett on his horse, playing against a guy about half his size. Now he's in a board battle down there with Kellen and Linden. Still battling. Puck comes up. Jack trying to hold it. Does. Garrett lost it off the seam. Ohio's coming out. They have a 4-on-2 developing with Kellen covering. Connor now on the backside. Good back check by Jack. Puck's not out of the zone. It's now out of the zone. Linden's getting some here. Puck up the outside. Number 2. Ref impeded play, and he calls his own icing. That should have been on him, not your Thunderbirds. That'll be a defensive zone face-off. Yeah, they're part of the game. But if I'm me, I'm thinking about a little something-something. Dash O'Connor on the backside. Landon, Parker, Irvin on up front. Puck's one out. Ohio comes with it. They're working off the hash. Try to send it back. Connor intercepts it. Connor chips it up. Has Irvin. Irvin has Parker going in with speed. Turn shot fired. Little good deception there by Parker. Parker made the goalie think like he was going to pass it and whipped it to the backside. Had a baby Parker, and Parker was way overdue.
Unbelievable rip there by Parker. He's letting the boys know, hey, I want to get in on that fun. Running out there with Landon and Irv, he goes, I'm going to get on the score sheet as well. Great shot there by number 10. It looked like there was a little something that happened after the play here. As Ohio player was unhappy about something. But T-Birds go up 3-1 here.
Puck comes back. Connor has it, chips it forward to Irvin. Oh, that's trouble here. Oh! Irvin, though. Parker for a 1T. Dassel holds the line. Gets it through to Parker. Parker and Dassel board battling. Landon comes out, gets around 1. Landon looking for time, leaves it for Dassel. Dassel turn shot fired. Didn't miss the top corner by much, but comes all the way through. Connor has the line, has time and space, turn shot fire up and over the net. I mean, these guys are firing on all cylinders. Dassel holds his own, gets it down to Irvin. Dassel comes in to support. Landon there as well. Puck comes up. Dassel bouncing puck to Connor. Connor's got it though. Ohio has zone entry. But Irvin and Connor right there. Connor comes out with it. Connor has the line. Connor turns, dumps it in. We're looking for changes. Blake now on. Good go up by Landon. Landon got stick check. Parker's there. Landon gets it right back. Gets leveled. Herb has it. Sends it up and out of the zone. Was looking for Blake. Blake's back to regroup. Ohio looking for changes. Keaton comes through with speed. Puck gets chipped up and out of play. And this guy made one right call so far. That's going to be an offensive zone faceoff to the favor of your Thunderbirds.
Couple absolute fireballs from the blue line there, Don. Looked like the stage patio on Saturday night with the boys, but a couple good rips. Love to see one of those get on net.
Sammy, Keaton, Liam on. Backside, Blake and Mark. Ohio has it. They come out of the zone. They've got zone entry. Try to slide it to the middle, but Blake with a good stick bodies this guy off. They go high, looking for traffic shot in front, and Hunter gobbles that up. Like the all-you-can-eat whistles we've been looking for.
Is that a duck call over there? Is that what we're... I know it is hunting season, but...
Sammy steps in. Puck sent to the side. Mark has it, chips it forward. Liam's able to chip it up and out, and Keaton's coming through. Mark is flying. Ohio turns, fires it in deep, and they're behind us. They're going to pick it up back behind the net, come to the net front, and good job by Mark. Turn shot, fire, save, and throws it.
Hunter with the big left hand coming out of nowhere to save that one. Puck came loose up front. Looked like Mark cleared it out and came right to a Columbus player's sticks on the far side. And
yeah, that was a little puck luck there by Ohio for sure. Wholesale changes. We've got Jackson and Jack on the backside with Miller, Dylan, and Trevor. Puck's poked forward. Trevor's coming back in to support. Up the boards. Ohio has it. Turn shot fired, screen and block. Miller up and out to Trev. Trev looking for the bump pass to Jackson. Ohio intercepts, turns and fires it back in deep. Miller down the back check. Good job. As his guy bumps it up, Trevor flying through with speed. Just overskated it, unfortunately. Oh, wow. Ref impeded that play. Dylan picks it up off the half board, sends it back in. Miller and Trev going there. Trev working out of the corner. Cycles it back to Miller. We need someone driving the scene. Miller gets held up. Trev's going to skate through with that. Has it. Trev's looking for time and space. Has Jack. Jack turns, fires. Had a deflection by Mills in front. Trev turns, whacks it. That's going to be an icing if it's wide of the net, and it will be. So we'll come back here for an offensive zone face-off. That's good pressure there.
Great pass coming from the dot to the point there. Looked like MPJ came across, almost got a tip on that, would have put it in the back of the net, but good opportunities there by the T-Birds. They've really established in this period here what their game's all about.
Kellen, Garrett, Linden on up front in your firing squad. Connor and Dashel on the backside. Unfair face-off. Same guy, Grumpy Pants. Puck's one back to Connor. Connor walks. Connor gets tripped. No call. Gets it in deep. Garrett in defending. Ohio reversed the backside of the net, trying to come up the middle. Good job taking away that space. Oh, yeah. Offside. Hey, really good play there. That's how you manage a blue line.
3-on-2 coming the other way. The T-Birds did a great job of stifling that one coming across, forcing that offsides.
Kellen in for the draw. They dropped the puck so hard it bounced 12 inches off the ice. Ohio gets it, has the line, turns, fires it in deep. Dashel bumps it up looking for Kell. Kell and Dashel working on the half boards. Oh, come on. No, they're going to call Dashel for a penalty. Interference. Got to be strong on your skates.
First call of the game here. Interference or a hold? It looks like a hold. They're going to get number
Hold
11
interference.
It wasn't an icing. Tbird's going to go on that penalty kill here.
First penalty of the game. Penalty killers on the ice. Blake and Connor Healy on the backside. Linden and Garrett.
Big 9-1 out there patrolling on this penalty kill. Had been doing a great job with it all weekend.
Let's go get a shorty, huh? Garrett moves the puck to the boards. Blake bodies his guy off. Ohio picks it up, looking to try and get set up. They have the top over, turn shot fired. Blake with a good interception, clears it up and out and down. Ohio working from back behind the net, trying to come up with speed again, looking for cross passes, miss it. Pick it back up, we're there. They chip it in, Connor Hilly's there. Connor Hilly turns and rips it, doesn't get it cleared though. Good job by Blake's able to poke it forward. We're looking for some partial changes here. Irvin now on. Good job by Linden, causing all kinds of chaos back behind the net. Ohio has nothing so far. They finally come up the outside, cross pass. Again, miss it with those live boards, but puck bounce. Ohio has it, turned, tried to shoot a fire. Connor Hilly's down, he blocked it. No whistle. Nope. They finally pull their head out of their rumpkin to stop play.
Yeah, Hunter did a great job. They had a 2-on-1 coming the other way down there and went to go for that cross-ice pass to get to the front of the net. And Connor went down and blocked his shot pass attempt here, but looks like he's a little ginger on that right leg. Tough kid, though. He'll shake that off when he gets back to the bench.
Connor Hilly being helped off the ice here. Two new D come to the ice. Looks like we have Jackson and Jack. Kellen and Irv. Puck sent to the opposite side of the ice. Kellen has it, tried to chip it up and out, can't quite get there. Ohio holds his own. Looking to get it set up on the seam. Good job by Irv coming through, blocking a through pass. Ohio working from back behind the net. Good sticks and lanes. Yeah. Ohio still in the zone, turn shot. Fire. I'm not sure it looked like there was a screen, but we had a chance to clear that puck and didn't and should have. So that's going to be a power play goal.
Yeah, it looked like 31 was screened up front. Didn't see the puck until it was late. So got a little traffic in front there. But as you said, had an opportunity to kill that one, clear that one out, and just couldn't get it out of the zone.
Coach has given some of the boys on the ice a piece of his mind because he knew that puck could have been cleared. Landon, Irvin, Parker, Jackson, and Jack on the backside. Puck back in deep behind the net. Landon has his guy pinned up against the boards. Parker there to support. Puck gets sent back behind the net. Ohio's going to pick that up. Ohio has zone exit, but Landon has the puck. Was looking for Irv. Ohio with a good stick. Gets to Parker. Parker chips it in deep and gets level. No call. He's getting up slow. Ref's watching the game a little bit. Jack has a turn shot fire, blocked by Ohio. Puck's out in front. Ohio picks it up, trying to come up the half boards. Irvin pins his guy off. Jackson sends it back down in deep. Puck coming up the half boards, try to chip it out. Jackson has it here. Jackson up to Irvin. Irvin chips it in, no icing. We're looking for changes. Stretch pass, that changes. We have guys behind us. Blake, excellent job of getting back. Hunter stands square, bodies all over, back behind the net. Excellent job. Blake comes out with it. He's got a head of steam. He's got Sammy, Keaton, and Liam on. He's got outside zone entry. Blake just flew to prevent that 2-on-0, and Hunter did his job. That's a heck of a sequence by Hunter and Blake.
Yeah, great job back checking there by Blake, getting in there. 2-0 coming the other way there. Got a stick on it, caused some traffic. Hunter made a nice save, and then it was kind of just bodies all over the place. So 8:11 to here to go in the second period. Obviously coming up here on the halfway point. It looks like we're going to take it here.
That's going to be a nice make. There's extra conversation going on with the refs and our boys. Not sure what that's all about, but we'll be back with you after the ice make. Well, the Zamboni is off the ice, and I'm not sure that the Zamboni should have ever taken the ice because it's probably one of the poorest jobs of driving a Zamboni that I've seen in a while. There's chunks and missed spots all over the place.
Looks like he was out late night on Broadway there, Don, with this Zamboni job. I will say he is much better than my cab driver back from Broadway the other night, who almost ended us, but we'll leave that story for another day.
I heard about that. Thank the good Lord was looking up above and showed mercy. Boys are taking the ice here. Stripes have not yet come back on. I think they're still looking for a whistle because the other guy wore his out.
Little stat check at the halfway point. Score, T-Birds 3, Blue Jackets 2, shots looking 14-10, and we're at 1,238 icings called so far.
I know there has been a little request, though, here before we get the second half of the game started. Everybody stand up. It's time for the chicken dance.
Oh. Chicken, duck, it's all the same.
Duck is the chicken of the West, maybe? I don't know.
Don, what do you think?
It looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck. It's a chicken.
It's a chicken. What do you think Coach Booz drew up in the locker room there during the break?
I think he's saying, let's get back to the way we've been playing all weekend. We've been dictating play, moving the puck. We got to minimize our mistakes here in the second half because that's what has allowed Ohio to stay in the game, truthfully. We need to have our goalie back. It's going to start from the back end. They say it starts with defense. Defense turns into offense, and let's go.
100%. Let's get after it. Limit the turnover. Get back on that forecheck. Let's apply the pressure here.
Daschel and Connor on the backside. Miller, Trevor, and Dylan on up front. Miller in for the faceoff. Cuts one back to Daschel. Daschel walks, gets around one, gets in deep, turn shot fire on net, pad save out to the corner. Ohio tried to pick it up, but Miller's there. Miller comes through, has the back of the net, got bodied off. Again, no call. Dylan and Miller there. Miller gets up, gets it to Dylan. Dylan slides up, ref on the boards in the way. Trevor back behind the net, pucks out front. Backhand shot by Mill, saved out to the corner. Trev picks it up, slides it through. Ohio tries to slide it up the boards. They do. Oh, that's a bummer. They tried to chip it up through. Daschel bats it down. They call a high stick, so they're going to send that all the way down. There was a little behind the play action again. Ohio on Daschel.
Just a little talking over there. Great job knocking that one out of the air, but MPJ, great shift coming out of the break there. Had a great opportunity on the backhand, just couldn't get enough wood on it.
Wholesale changes. Kellen, Garrett, Linden, Connor, Hilly, and Blake on the backside. Puck and skates, good stick by Linden. Ohio turns shot, fires, gets deflected wide of the net. Connor Hilly in pursuit. Ohio off the half post. Connor Hilly's able to punch it forward. Ohio misplays it. Kellen is flying. Goalie's out of the crease. Goalie tries the reverse side of the net. Linden's there holding the boards. Linden cycles it back down into the corner for Garrett. Garrett had Kellen out front. Ohio just got it off the skate. Linden working there. Ohio comes through, has the back of the net. Trying to chip it off the half boards. Connor Hilly stands his guy up initially, sends the puck up high, Blake has it. Puck comes to middle, good puck luck. Good job by Connor though. Sandwich in the middle. Blake pokes it through to the opposite side of the ice. Connor Hilly's going to go. Oh my goodness. Again, we lost coverage in front, floating a little too much, and Ohio had a 1-T as the puck came right to the middle. Garrett gains the line, turns and fires it in deep. Linden in on a forecheck. We're looking for some changes. Jack on the backside. Lyndon and Irvin on up front. Parker comes on now. Irvin and Landon on the boards. Landon digging. Landon pokes it through high. Jackson punches it through. Irv working here down in the corner. 2-on-1. Landon comes out with it. Sends it high to Jackson. Jackson turns walk shot. Gets blocked off the skate. Jack steps to try and short. Does. Irvin's up Paul Collie. He's got a lane. Irvin turns shot fire right through the belly. Traffic just couldn't quite get there, but that's a good pressure shift.
Great job there by Irv filling in on the defensive side of things. Had a clean look. Unfortunately, the goalie also had a clean look right at that shot. Got to get some traffic, get a stick up front, tip that one in.
So Landon, Irv, Parker, Landon in for the draw. Jack and Jackson on the backside. Ohio wins the puck. They're trying to reverse the side of the ice. They look to chip it up the middle. Scrubbed down by Landon. Landon turns, chips it in deep. Jackson in deep. Landon covering. Landon doing himself off the boards. Has a seam. Turns out of it, gets stick checked out of the zone. Jack is going to pick that up. Jack off the half boards. Ohio sends it in. Lands right on Jack's stick. Gets stick checked though. Looking for traffic to come in front. No goal. Bouncing puck. No goal. They had traffic. Got jammed right all the way through Hunter. Net came off about 5 feet. They're still clearing up the yard sale.
He came in, looked like full speed there. I know we had whoever was just riding him there, but came in, didn't look like he tried to hit the brakes at all. Crashed right into Hunter there as the shot came in.
Everybody's doing a little check on Hunter. Hunter saying, hey, bring me some more. Dashel and Connor come on the backside. Up front we have Sam, Liam, and Keaton. It looks like.
Dashel gave Hunter a little face wash there. Let's make sure he's all right. Sure his gloves smell really good.
Sammy in for the face-off. Puck's down. Sam ships it up to Liam. Liam out. Keeping on his horse. They're going to call that an icing.
1,678.
Defensive zone face-off, so the same 5 guys will step in. A little extra whistle there. Puck's down. Dash comes out with it. Dash has Keaton going with him. Dash gains the line, turns, fires it in. Keaton's going to go to work. Keaton wins that battle. Liam has it, reverses the side of the ice. Dash just steps to short it. Had Keaton in front. Puck just trickled wide of the net. Dashel back high, has a lane. Leaves it for Connor. Connor bumps it through to Liam. Liam, that frame playing back behind the net. Ohio trying to reverse the side of the ice. Connor steps to short, does a good job. Liam has it, trying to backhand it in. Dashel turn, fire shot, blocked up and high. Really good pressure shift. Liam working hard out of the corner. Sammy and Liam down there. Sammy had it roll off of his stick, and Ohio can't control it. Ohio sends it up and out and down, icing. Excellent pressure by this line here.
Yeah, looks like one of the refs, we're back to 4 refs. I didn't realize we were down 1. He was in there pulling the whistle out of his mouth, apparently. But they let him back on the ice mid-play, which I've never seen that happen before. Little conversation
little social activity on the ice here. They're getting paid by the minute, so they're looking for every way to extend the game. Going over to talk to Buzan about something. I don't know what or why. All right, Mark and Blake on the backside. Miller, Trevor, Dillon on up front. Pucks to the half boards. Ohio trying to reverse the side of the ice, out of reach. Trevor's there to hold it, bumps it back to the middle. Ohio picks it up. Good stick by Miller. Puck is now out of his own, but Blake pokes it forward. Puck's in skates right back to Ohio. They have zone entry, but Trevor has it, able to chip it up and through. Again, got a little ahead of the play here. Cross-ice pass, couldn't handle it. Dylan coming through. Ohio turns, fires it on net, and Hunter grabs it, brings it in, and settles things down to reset.
Got a little lost over here in the neutral zone. That turned into an opportunity for the Blue Jackets there. Not sure how that one happened.
Changes on the backside. Looks like we have Connor Hilly and Jack on the backside. Puck one high. Shot wide of the net. Trevor's there. Is able to chop it forward. Dylan working hard with the stick lift. Back to Jack. Jack backhand pass up and in. Ohio being forced to retreat deep. Pressure's on. Repeated play there to our benefit. Dylan comes out with it. Tried to shoot it. Got his stick interfered with a little bit. Miller and Trev back behind the net. Miller's got it. Miller gets munched from behind. No call. Ohio comes out with it. Looking for the cross pass off the skate. Miller can get there. He's got Dylan going. Bouncing puck. Miller slides it up hall. Connor bumps it in deep. Turn shot fired by Trev off pad save. Ohio clears it up and out again. Puck bouncing. Good stick by Jack Evans. Kellen now on the ice. Kellen got stick checked into the zone. No call there by guy was munching Trevor from behind. Turn shot fire. Saved out to the corner. Puck sent up the middle by Connor Hilly, turned over. Ohio pokes it back down into the corner. Connor Hilly slides it over to Jack. Jack looking, and he set up with some composure behind the net. Tried to find Dylan, gets shipped up and out of play. That'll be a defensive zone face-off. And wholesale changes as we see Dashlow and Connor come on the backside. We have Garrett, Linden, and is that
Garrett?
Kellen? Kellen.
Columbus really doing a good job of collapsing on our point guy on that breakout there. We're going to have to find a solution, get that out so we can get some clear exits.
Gausser comes out with it, fires it up and out and down, and that's going to be an icing. If we know that play, we got to work to get to that board, I think, because that's exactly what we're looking to do is get out of the zone with speed. They're lining everybody up on the inside, it looks like, which is... We'll see if they do the same. They ran that play. Nope, not this time. Kellen in for the draw. Ohio from back behind the net. Nowhere to go. Turns out of it. Looking for net front. Sticks lifted. No puck comes all the way through to the high. Back down into the corner. Ohio back to the point. Over. Shot, easy save for Hunter. Saw that for days.
Got to get these Columbus guys tied up off that face-off. Last one, face-off won by Columbus, skated right through our guys there, untouched. Got to tie them up here off the face-off.
Kellen steps in. Face-off responsibilities become very important in the defensive zone. Puck to the outside. Connor and Garrett. Garrett has it out. We have a 3-on-1 going. Garrett sent it through. Ohio with a good stick. Linden working off the boards here. Linden and Garrett. Good stick and step by Dash initially. Ohio has it. Good stick and step by Connor. Slows them down. Ohio has zone entry. Toe pick by Ohio. Ohio picks it up, turn shot deflected. And that's what you call puck run.
Puck deflects off. Hunter makes the first save, comes off of his chest wide there, tries to come back for it. Looks like it just squirted underneath him there.
Block deflected, first save made. Guy's tied up, and it lands to the guy uncovered on the backside to finish.
3-3 here with a minute 26 left. Shots tied 17-17. Columbus with a little bit of a surge here.
Columbus turns and drops it in. Blake and Jackson on the backside. Jackson's got stick check. Landon comes through, picks it up from back behind the net, gets around one. Off the skate, bumps it up to Parker. Urban comes through with speed, but off an Ohio skate. They're going to call an offside. There was not even yet a touch by us, but nonetheless, we'll do a neutral zone face-off.
Last goal coming for Columbus off for a 3-on-1 on our side of things, where we just didn't get a shot off there. Would have loved to seen us take advantage of that one and the other one not happen.
Puck's down. Ohio loses an edge. Blake has it, chips it forward. Another offside. Parks one back. Jackson has it, tried to turn and fire it in. Gets blocked. Blake has it, turns, fires it in. Puck goes deep back behind the net. Urban in pursuit. Ohio trying to reverse the backside of the net. And again, we let Ohio behind us. But that's going to be an icing, which is going to be to our favor. We got to keep everything in front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Columbus getting guys somewhat behind our defense there, looking for that long stretch pass. Obviously turning into some icings for our 632nd of the game so far, but gotta keep those guys in front of us.
Same 5 guys step in and do it again. Puck's 1-4 by Ohio. They're trying to get up the half boards. They chip again, up and through. That'll be another icing. They had 2 guys looking to stretch there.
I'm going to have to take my shoe off, Don, so I can count all the icings here. 31 seconds to go here in the second period.
Puck sent back high. Jackson has it. Jackson couldn't hold it. Got stick check. Wow. They said he brought it in and back over. We'll take that for sure.
Yeah, it could have been a 2-on-0 going the other way as he was unable to get that puck off of its edge. Squirted out of the zone and forced the offsides.
Yeah, the puck is bouncing oddly here on a freshly made sheet of ice, and I'm blaming that on the Zamboni driver. Landon comes in, pucks one back to Dashel. Dashel chips it in deep. Goalie sends it to the corner. Ohio looks to chip it up, gets through Connor. We have a 2-on-1, 3-on-1, but they lose it. Connor slides it up to Parker. Puck's in the zone. Landon has it. Landon is looking for time and space. Slides it down to Irvin. Good shot. Irvin to Landon. Didn't quite make it through the net. If we had a few more seconds, we have a heck of a scoring chance there.
Garrett just on the doorstep, wide open there. Unfortunately, the buzzer ended that one. So going into the third here, Dom, 3-3, shots tied up 17-17. We knew this was going to be a tight one coming in with how both teams have played all weekend. Obviously, we've committed some errors on our side that have left a few on that side, but love to get us back on the sheet here in the third period.
Okay, we've got a lot more left in the tank. We've got another level. Let's take it here and end the weekend on a high note.
Take it to the next level.
I hear their coach talking about fundamentals, and that should be being talked about on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Simplify the game is what we need to do. When we start simplifying the game, things become a lot easier.
Great slate of college football games yesterday. I don't know if you caught the end of that Georgia-Tennessee game, but obviously in Tennessee was on every TV. You could see everywhere. Kicker blew that one late. Georgia prevailed in that one, but big Broncos game today, taking on the Colts. Excited for that one.
I missed that. I saw Tennessee was up there at the end. I think there was another one in the Notre Dame game. I don't recollect who they played, but I think Notre Dame lost late in the game.
I think it was Notre Dame, Texas A&M. I after big Friday night, I had tucked myself into bed, Don, and I was, I believe, out at that point. So
0-2 on the season for the first time in, I don't remember what the stat is.
ref over here moonwalking, got a little dance, got the jams going. So
Is that the one he's finally awake?
looks like he's woken up a little bit in between periods. He's still got that whistle though.
Dylan Miller, Trevor, Jackson, and Connor Hilly. Bucks down. Jackson has it, tips it off. They're calling a high stick on Ohio. They had a stick up high. It was hard for me to see. Was it off the stick or off the
Yeah, it looked like it hit
silver part of the boards? Anyway, they won the speed play along all of a sudden. Miller in. Puck comes high. Connor Hiller can't hold his own. Turns, fires it in. Delayed offside. We're out. Now we can go back in and apply some pressure. Ohio up the outside again, looking for stretch passes. Connor back, trying to defend here in the corner. Ohio turn shot fired. Got all the way through with the screen. Dylan's there, chips it up. Not out. Miller has it. Out. Ohio regrouping. They're looking for speed again to the outside. Connor Hilly defending. Dylan out has Sam. Sam tried to chip it through to Trev. Skated. We caught it offside as we're looking for changes. Sammy in. Blake and Mark on the backside. Liam and Keaton now on. Cross pass miss. Little bump pass. They're going to have his own entry. Blake bodies his guy off, comes out with the puck. He's got a head of steam. 3-on-2 here. He takes back the ice. He's got middle ice, turn shot firing, is deflected up and out of play, so that will be an offensive zone face-off.
Great drive there by Blake, coming up the ice and then cutting across, looking for an opportunity, deflected up, unfortunately. Didn't get that one to net.
Happy Pants looking for fair face-offs again. Someone needs a diaper change, I think. Sam steps in. Puck's in dots, comes up high. Blake steps in, has it, taking it back to net. Shot high on the steep angle, misses, and that goes out of play about 90% of the time. Mark picks it back up, try to get Keaton. Ohio able to hold that puck, send it right back in. Mark from back behind the net. Boston edge. Ohio from back behind the net had someone going to net front with no coverage. Ohio turn, fire shot. We are chasing. We got to slow this thing down. Shot deflected on net. Oh, good save there. Honor stayed tall and square. Got two shots. The loose puck. Ohio up high. Turn shot fire deflected wide of the net. Turn shot fire blocked by Mark, and we need to send that. Back to the middle, and we should be going on a power play because Blake literally had his stick slashed out of his hand, so that's going to be a power play to your favor of the Thunderbirds.
Columbus had us on our heels there in the defensive zone. We got a little lost. They had a couple great opportunity shots from the point. That thing looked like a ping pong ball coming through there a couple times. 31 stood on his head a couple times, getting a couple saves. But Tbirds going on the first power play of the game.
Here we go. This power play line has had a lot of success on the weekend. Let's go slinging around and find the pearly white strings in the back of the net.
Yes,
Landon in for the face-off. Connor Dash on the backside. Irvin Parker, Landon up front. Puck's down. Landon pokes it to Connor. Connor slides it over to Dashel. Dashel over to Landon on the opposite side. Up through at Irvin the bumper. Dashel bumps it right back to Parker. Parker up to Connor. Connor slides it down, has Dashel. Dashel has Landon off the skate. Landon has space. He's taking the back of the net. Landon bumps it up to Dashel. Dashel gets around one, slices to Parker, got cross-checked in front of the net, no call. Dashel working back behind the net, comes out with it. Dassel's looking for time and space. Turn fire had Parker right in front. Comes out. Connor has it. Connor walks to Dassel. Dassel has Landon looking for reception. Landon looking for time and space. Lost an edge inside the toe drag, and it gets cleared. We're going to have to go back and get it set back up. Let's go back and get it set back up with speed. Connor from back behind the net. Landon has it. Landon has zone exit. He's going to have zone with speed. He's getting hooked all the way in. He's got the back of the net. He's getting hooked again. No call. They're looking right at it. Irvin comes out with it. Irvin back to Dassel. Dassel turn shot, fire, saved.
Man, you see Landon just went out for a little bit of skate there. I think I called 3 hooks there as he was coming down. Columbus could have worked on Colfax after that one.
It's all in the hook. Here we go. Miller, Dylan, Trevor, Mark, and Blake. Miller in for the face-off. 35 seconds here to go get one. Clark's one back. Mark. Mark walks, has Blake. Blake looking for space. Blake right back to Mark. Mark has a lane shot, fire just up and over the net. Puck comes up out front. Nobody home in the middle. Ohio able to clear it with 18 seconds left. Oh, Mark was trying to leave it for Blake. Had it come off a skate, does get it to Blake. Blake backhand up to Miller up the outside. Miller has speed. Tried to slide it to the middle with Dylan going there. Goalie's able just to put a freeze on it. 4 seconds left.
Pretty solid puck movement so far on the power play here. Unfortunately, only generated 1 shot there by Landon, but love to see him get one right here off the face-off.
Jack come on the backside. Linden, Kellen, and Garrett on up front. Ohio comes out with it. They're going to chip it up. They do. Jack sends it right back. Garrett didn't quite clear the zone, so that's going to be an offside and a neutral zone face-off.
Penalty now over. 12:41 to go here in the third period. Holy cow.
Same guy. Same guy. Garrett steps in. Puck and skates. Kellen comes through with it. Going down on his guy. Ohio was asking for a penalty. Good job by Jack with a good angle. Jackson back on retrieval. Jackson bumps it up looking for Kellen. Kellen trying to chip it out. Can't. Puck comes to the middle. Garrett's Johnny on the spot. Has zone exit with speed. Turns, gets the line, fires it in deep. Funky bounce right out in front of the goalie, and he played it right back behind the net. Keller working off the half boards. Gets around one. Tried to cycle it up tall, but Ohio holds the boards. Jackson can't hold it in, and Ohio is going to have zone entry. Good job by Jack. Really good body. But again, we got to get those pucks in deep. Dasher now on the backside. Puck's cleared. Dasher and Jack on the backside. Jack in to retrieval. Good angle by Jack. Picks that puck up back on the net, chips it up the half boards, looking for Keaton. Ohio able to hold the zone. They have the high seam. Turn shot, fire. Easy save by Hunter.
Just saw a slash here on Lyndon Burns right in front of us. Ref looked at it, smiled, and shook his head. Not sure I've seen that one before, Dom. That's crazy.
Sammy, Keaton, Liam, Connor, and Dashel. Puck comes out. Connor has it. Ohio picks it up off the board. Dashel has it out of the corner. Like soft pass to Sammy. We've got a 3-on-2. Sammy leaves it for Liam. Liam turn shot fired, blocked out to the corner. Keaton working out of the corner. Keaton and Liam down there battling. Good work. Liam loses an edge, but they are sticking with it. Ohio comes out with it, tries to chip it up high. Connor has it. Is it for Sammy? Sammy got stick check, comes out of his own. Dashel has it. Dashel turns, fires it on net. We are now back on side. Ohio clears it up the middle. Dashel holds his own momentarily. Ohio gets it right back though. Trying to come up the middle. Connor defending. Turn shot fired. Glove save out front. Cleared by Parker. Parker blocks that shot. Liam. Connor picks it up. Loses it off his stick. Dashel clears it up tall, but Ohio holds his own. Puck goes all the way through. Hunter makes a save. Parker back behind the net has Connor. Connor tried to pass it. Oh my goodness gracious. Like the puck is just sticking to the ice in such a weird way. We tried to get something on it and cleared a couple times. Hunter without a stick. We need to just take an icing right now, clear the puck. Dashel gets it up and out of play so Hunter can get his stick back and we can change. Take a deep breath, need a whistle there, needed that icing that we've seen so much today there, but T-Birds unable to get that puck out of the zone, and Columbus with a couple great opportunities there that Hunter stifled up front, but that was a full team effort keeping that one out of the net.
We tried to clear it a couple times, just so rarely. The puck was not sticking on the stick.
Blake and Connor Hilly on the backside. Parker, Irvin, and Landon on up front. Ohio regrouping in their own zone. They've got zone exit. Now they're going to have zone entry. Good job by Connor Hilly keeping it to the outside. Landon behind the net. Blake picks it up. Blake slides it up to Irvin. Irvin chips it up and out. Ohio retrieves it right there. Good job by Parker to apply backside pressure, and Ohio just opts to turn and send it in deep. Connor Hilly, cross check from behind, goes down to the ice, no call. Gets right back to his feet and tries to go back to work. Ohio up tall, looking to walk. You have the over, looking for the backside. Shot attempt. Connor Hilly blocks that one again, up and out of play, so that'll be a defensive zone faceoff.
Nifty cross-ice pass there by Columbus. Had an open net there. Great job by Connor to get a leg pad on that one. Deflect that up into there. Otherwise, that would have been a tough save coming across for big 3-1.
Mark and Jackson come to the ice. Miller, Trevor, Dillon. Pucks one back. Mark has it. Turns, wires it. Trevor was trying to get there. Puck's in skates. Ohio comes out with it. Again, that puck just keeps finding their sticks. Jackson comes through, punches it up. Dillon trying to clear it. Doesn't. Miller now has it. Slides it to Trev. Trev with the cutback, but Ohio repeated that. Trev with the big hit here down in the corner. There's a whistle. Well, what's the whistle?
Oh, the glass broke. Maybe.
The glass. Oh, the glass.
Trevor with an absolute beast hit there, knocks the glass loose.
I'm not sure it broke, but it certainly popped out of its little aluminum seam there. So we're going to have a delay in the game here until they can get that glass popped back in the right way. We're about to see how long this takes, so hang in there momentarily.
T-Birds here in this third period, a little bit on their heels here with shots 25-19. Columbus really bringing it there, but game still tied 3-3. So love to see us flip this one, start to get some sustained pressure in the offensive zone, Dom.
Well, I can't agree more. It's not like they're sleepwalking. They just have lost their way a little bit. So, again, I go back to simplifying the game. Got to trust in each other to go do
each individual's responsibilities and elevate our team play.
Had to check in on the old work. Shouldn't open the phone, mid-broadcast here. Pulled me away, but we're back. Our Zam guy, here we go. We're
dragging a
ladder.
ladder.
The whole crew out here.
We still have yet to see any of the maintenance guys
Here they come with
leaping
the
into
ladder.
action, but it's more of a slumbering walk as they go to unexpeditedly fix this glass.
Yeah. Same Zam guy out there. He's got looked like was that a tall boy or was that a coffee coming through?
It was a Monster Java chip drink.
Whew.
And I think that's his third one, the way he did the Zamboni on the ice at intermission.
He saw that Zam job on Live Bar and was like, might want to get one of the tall boy Monster Java chips. Never even heard of those, though.
Not too bad in a gym. It'll do the trick.
You gonna find yourself some hot chicken today, Don?
To be determined.
Okay.
I've been slacking off on the work and things all weekend, so may have a day of
getting caught up, huh?
Trying to get back after it in preparation for the week.
That Sunday grind makes Monday a little easier, right?
That's what they say.
We got one up on a ladder here. Doesn't look like he's got great balance on that up there, but we're trying to pound this one in here.
This game, unlike some of the other ones we've played in, has been disruptive. There haven't been a lot of penalties called, but there's been a lot of whistles and stoppages in play. And again, that's hard to get in the flow of a game when you see that kind of game.
Only 2 penalties so far here compared to yesterday's 23, 26. Is that what it was? So obviously a much cleaner game on this side of things. But as you said, I mean, between icings and offsides and unfair face-offs, we have seen our fair share of whistles. Old Grumpy Pants over here giving direction from inside the ice to the 2 on the outside. This does not look like this is going to be a quick process here, Don. More staring. More pointing. These guys must work for the city because they're doing a lot of talking and not a lot's getting done.
Well, they're walking away with the ladder. It looks like they're going to actually come on the ice.
No disrespect to any city employees out there. Obviously. We got the ladder inside now. This should be good.
It looked like it just got a little cattywampus. Where the bottom kicked out just a little bit. I mean, the boards are intended to move as an element of player safety, but certainly forward and backward, not left and right. Looked like this one moved just to the left.
I mean, if you ask Trevor on the bench right now, I wish we could get a live interview over there. He would say he hit him so hard he broke the boards. I got to imagine.
I'll give that to Mr. Trevor Darren. Absolutely. Good to see a big boy making big plays.
Looks like we got some suction pads to try to lift this one up here.
How many guys does it take to fix a piece of glass?
I tell you what, if you sent Graham Burns over there to fix this thing, he would have had it done 10 minutes ago. Although, based on our conversation this morning, it sounded like he was out pretty late last night on Broadway again. So, back-to-back nights for Mr. Burns. He came back in the wee hours of this morning.
Is that the song? Is da 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 da? The sun was shining on Broadway.
He might have seen the sun come up on Broadway. I'm not sure.
You saw Graham and Mandy on the strip on Broadway.
More banging and pushing
were they
happening here in
singing?
the corner.
Don't stop till you get enough.
Maybe a little I love this bar.
Well, there was a little song about way down yonder. There ought to be
I'm not sure if they've made any progress over here, John. I'm not going to lie. Looks like they're taking the suction off.
suction cup comes off. Trying to move the suction cup to the outside of the ice now. Or are they just tightening it up? Looks like they're just tightening it up. Looks like they might be satisfied with.
Gonna have to obviously get this one checked off by old Happy Whistle here.
Well, they're shaking
a little
it,
wiggle.
so looks like they're going to be satisfied. Let's see if Grumpy Pants is inspecting it with his white glove. It's good to know we have some white glove service here by the Zebras.
Couple more pushes here. Should send Trevor over there to check it out.
You ought to go autograph that thing.
Yeah. He'll be clipping that one off the old feed and putting that on the Insta, as the kid calls it these days. Ladder is going up here, folks. Puck is set in the circle. We are back.
Offensive zone face-off. Jackson and Mark on the backside. Miller, Trevor, and Dylan on up front.
8:21 remaining here in the third period. 3-3. With Columbus leading shots 25-19.
Miller steps in to take the face-off. Pucks one back. Ohio comes out with it. They've got zone exit. They've got the line. Good angle by Jackson. Puck back behind the net. Mark has it. Gives it up. Miller off the skate.
Trevor coming through, protecting. Dylan and Trevor on the board. Dylan has it, couldn't collect it. Ohio comes back at. Little chip shot on net. Hunter saves it. Puck's cleared up and out of his own. Ohio picks it up here. Good job by Trevor, though. Oh, loses an edge. He's got Dylan. Picks it up back behind the net. Gets the mug. Dylan turns out of it, loses an edge. Daschel and Connor on the backside. Puck comes up high. Landon had it for a moment. Ohio has his own exit. Turn shot fired wide of the net. Daschel picks it up. Daschel turns, funky bounce off the glass. Connor picks it up. Connor has wide zone, turns and fires it in deep. Ohio goalie comes out to play, tried to burst backside of the net. Puck's out front. Daschel steps. 1 too many, got to get that on net. Back behind the net, got stick check, turned it over. Come on, boys. Everything got to go to the net right now. Ohio chips it in deep. Connor and Landon down there. Irvin comes in to support. Puck comes out front. Parker has it. Parker leaves it for Daschel. Daschel back to Parker. Daschel's anticipatory call there. Offside. That'll be a neutral zone face-off.
Tbirds getting a little cleaner exit here. Set up their forecheck on that last drive. Almost turned into an opportunity for us there, but it looked like Daschel was getting hooked coming through, which is why he couldn't get that one shot off.
Yeah, everything got to go to the net. Kellen, Linden, Garrett on the ice with Blake and Jack on the backside. Kellen in for the draw. Puck's in skates. Kellen comes out with it. Looking for Linden on the opposite side. Ohio's there to pick it up. Jack's there, is able to clear it out. Good play by Jack, but Ohio has it. Regrouping here in their defensive zone. Ohio has zone entry. Tried to slide it in front, but Jack did a good job. We got to keep on, guys. Everybody's got to be in that collapsing defensive mode, protecting the shooting funnel here in the defensive zone. Landon has it off the boards. He's got Garrett going with him. Garrett just lost an edge. Ohio comes back with it. At the line, turn, fires it in deep. Jack's going to go dig that. Ohio's off the boards. Again, we lost track. We got to have sticks on bodies. They had a guy in the slot. Turn, fire, shot, saved by Hunter, and they clear it out.
Good save by 31 there on that one tee up front.
Ohio cross-ice pass, tried to slide it through. They get it through. Turn shot with the trailer. We have to be better.
Ohio with a couple opportunities late, just with guys wide open with space to get clean shots off here. Got to clean it up a little bit in the defensive zone. 5:33 left here to go in the third.
Hilly, Jackson, Miller, Trevor, Dylan.
Puck's one back. Ohio picks it up. Comes high. They're looking to walk right back down to the slot. Good team defense initially, but Ohio comes out. Hasn't seen turn shot fire. Screen out front. Keeps coming. Unbelievable job by Hunter. Bodies collapse. We're finally able to chip it up and out. That's going to be an icing. But Ohio is coming, and we've got to play the same thing on the other side of the ice and tilt this thing back in our favor. Daschel, Connor coming to the backside. We have Trevor, Miller, and Dylan. Hunter gets some knocks on the way by, and he should. He's saving the bacon right now. Miller steps in. Puck in, skates. Trev comes out with it, bumps it up and out. Ohio misses the overpass. They send it back over. Try to send it up. Connor tried to get it off his skate. Missed, but gets it back. It's out of his own. It's a delayed offside, you bozo. Way to make it about you still. 4:44 left in the contest, champ.
Don, looks like we had a little connection issue here, so it's still showing up 6:12 on the board there, but we'll keep you guys in tune with time as 4:44 remaining here.
Puck's down. Connor has it. Daschle has Parker. Parker and Irvin. Dowd gets it. Dowd's getting mugged from behind. Sends it back in. Puck comes up. Daschle and Landon working here. Ohio sends it in off official skate. Daschle has it over to Connor. Connor up to Irvin. Again, these officials in the way. Ohio regrouping. Tried to stretch it up the middle. Missed that pass. Parker's there. He's able to bump it to Irvin. Daschle to Irvin. Daschle driving. Miss Parker coming through. Connor Hilly on the backside. Connor Hilly chips it in. Parker in. It's not off, though. We're going to call intentional offside. We'll have a defensive zone face-off.
Caught back.
They're having conversation.
3:41 to 3:42 to go left here.
Connor Hilly and Mark on the backside. Kellen, Linden, and Garrett on up front. Puck poked forward by Linden. Linden has zone exit. He's getting mugged, slashed. Was able to get it in. Ohio trying to clear it. Mark's able to hold his own. Linden has it. Linden has a seam. Got stick lifted. Kellen battling. Kellen holds his own as Connor Hilly. Connor Hilly slides it down to Garrett. Garrett had Linden going to the net. Puck comes up. Mark has it. Mark over to Connor Hilly. Sends it back down deep. Garrett's trying to get there. Garrett ties his guy up. He's got Kellen coming in to support. Ohio picks it up, taking it back to the net. Sends it up and tried to clear it. Funky bounce again off of that board. Squeaks by Mark, and they have a 2-on-1 developing. Good angle by Connor Hill. Is able to chip it up. Good help by Kellen coming back. Mark has it with speed. Mark got stick check. Kellen is support. Ohio sends that cross pass. They're able to chip it in deep. Mark picks it back up behind the net. Loses it out front, gets it right back. Tried to chip it up and through off our guy. We have zone exit. Send it in deep. Send it in deep. No blue line turnovers. Miller has it. Miller has it. Oh, slid it through the Burns on the backside. Wide open net. I couldn't see what happened there, but we didn't find that back door. Dylan now on. Puck's loose out front. Dylan and Blake step to hold it. Dylan off the seam. Try to slide it through to Mills. Mills getting stick check. Ohio sends it up and out and down. Blake's going to go pick that up. Ohio's changing. We got to hurry. We can catch him. Blake up to Dylan. Dylan bumps it out, but Ohio's right there. Turns and fires it right back in. Hunter stops it behind the net, looking to get it set up for Blake. Blake ships it up. It's not out. Now it's out. Miller's coming through with Trevor. Trevor has it off the seam. Plays it down into the corner. Slides through, and Ohio picks it back up. Jack Evans on the backside with Blake. Trevor surges and fires it back down in. We're about 1:15 here in the contest.
Great pressure here by the Tbirds.
Trevor coming back. Landon now on. This is Landon time. Doubter time. Let's go. One purpose, one focus. He's got a seam, and that could be dangerous. He sticks to the outside. Just lost it momentarily. Gets bumped from behind. Trevor got stick check. Puck is cleared out of the zone. Hit by Jack. Blake's back. Great job by Blake. Blake hammered Landon. Parker now on with Irvin. Daschle on the backside with Connor. Ohio has zone exit. Now entry. Good stick by Daschle. Daschle pokes it up and out. That's a head contact. Daschle International turn shot fired. Was able to regroup after a little head contact. That'll be an offensive zone faceoff, 15.6. Plenty of time to get it done here.
Wore that elbow up the head, and let's draw up what we did earlier on with Herb.
That's
Win
right.
that face-off,
Landon
send it
to
to the far
Herb
post and
on the
go.
backside. Puts one back, Parker. Parker hasn't seen turn shot fired outside of the crease. Irvin trying to dig it. Does, turns it over high, and Ohio's out of his own. Good stick. That's going to do it. Blown edge, and that's going to do it. We have a tie game here.
Not sure on OT rules here if we're going to be skating threes or what we'll do, but tight contest. We knew coming into this one this was going to be a tough one. 3-3 going into overtime here. We'll wait to find out what OT rules are, but Columbus leading shots 30-20 by my count, which could be accurate, could be a little off, but
Well, there's no doubt they've been sending more pucks to the net and working to get to the net front.
looks like we're getting from Shannon. We're going 3-on-3 probably for 5 minutes. Three on three, 4-on-4, 5-on-5. What are we looking at here? And Mr. Grumpy Pants is going to say game over here. This ref is saying that's a pile. He's letting them have an earful here as these two teams want to finish. Maybe if we would have cut back on the ice,
that is
we
they
could have
played
finished that.
overtime earlier in the week, so I'm not sure what happened here.
We had 2 hours.
I don't understand. They're calling game time, but part of that was their own doing.
And also
So,
15
2-hour
minute
max.
delay with the boards.
2-hour max game time. This one is going to end in a disappointing tie, and that's how we're going to end the road trip.
This ain't soccer, Dom. Should be no ties.
Well, for now, Don Harmeal and
Nate Christensen.
with Thunderbird Hockey. Safe travels, though. Thanks for tuning in near and far.